So topic 1, what are intellectual property rights? Now when we use the term intellectual property rights, intellectual means creations of mind. So you have been given rights for creations of mind, and you are, it is called intellectual property rights. Why the word property? So it is an intangible property, like how you can have house, which is a tangible property. You can touch it. So you have house as your property. You have jewelry as your property. So you can own your house, you can own your jewelry. That way you can own your ideas. So since you can own your ideas, which are your creations of your mind, that's why it's called intellectual property. So intellectual property rights. These rights are given to innovators and authors. Now, these rights are given them with two purposes. One is they get economic benefits out of it, and second, they also get recognition right. So this is we'll talk about it in detail, but just you have to remember intellectual property right means the creations of mind, and for your creations of mind you get certain rights which are legal and exclusive rights, and this right can be in different forms. So let us see what are these different forms. So these different forms could be in form of a individual rights, or it could be a community right. So like we talk, intellectual property rights are given for creations of mind. The rights are given to innovators and authors for their original ideas and creations. It gives them recognition and enables them to earn from whatever they have invented. And these are the individual rights. You can have a patent for any new idea. You can have copyright for your works of any literary or dramatic or musical works. So copyright is given for expressions which are mainly in field of arts. You will have designs which is any new design or improvement in existing design. You can even get a intellectual property right on that. Trade and service mark, you know that companies have exclusive logo, and you identify a specific company by just looking at their logo. So that is also a intellectual property right. That way semiconductor industry has their own design layout which can be given IP rights, intellectual property rights. And then there are community rights. These community rights are there, which is called geographic identification. So you have heard about Darjeeling tea. So that is a community right. Like it is recognized that in that region a type of tea which is grown is a special variety compared to where it is grown anywhere else. Hence, the Darjeeling tea gets a geographic identification tag. And then you have biodiversity convention, which is protection of plant varieties. So it's not exactly intellectual property right, but it is a collective right, and there are lot of efforts to protect rights of the indigenous communities, right? The farmers, the aboriginals. So that is a collective right. And a newly emerging field is trade secrets. So trade secrets is a very newly emerging field which is of very specific interest to organizations and companies. So let us talk about in our second topic, what is a patent.